Hey, it's another great day at the Solomon Trading Institute. So happy to have an opportunity to come to you today. I've been stranded for the last couple of days doing holiday trading, traveling from north to south. Had to stop over in Elizabeth City, Kentucky. Never been here before. There were tornadoes on my route, so wasn't able to do a recap previously. But thank God that everything is okay and everything is leveling out. So, hey, listen, real quick, if you want to know more information about what we do, we love to kind of talk to you about that. Pardon that noise in the background there. I'm at a hotel. So you can just book a call and just learn a little bit more about what we do. We would love to do that. We do know that, hey, listen, it's God's will that you prosper and that you do well in life. And so if we can play a part in that in any kind of way, shape, or form or fashion, we love to just do so. Real quick, you can go and pick up this book if you want to learn a little bit more about what we do and how we do it. Love to for you to get some information, more information to understand what we do and how we do it. Of course, the government risk warning is real and relative. That I'm not a broker dealer, I'm not an advisor, or I'm not licensed by any regulatory authority, any of that. I'm simply a economic school teacher who's now teaching this to people who want to know it. And so we'd love to have an opportunity to be your teacher as well. Trading is risky because if you don't wear a seatbelt, you can get hurt. If you don't wear a helmet, you can get hurt. And so with trading, if you don't know what you're doing, you can get hurt. So we want to make sure that doesn't happen. So what we do is we provide something for you. We provide a world-class education. We provide an opportunity for you to learn and define risk, the opportunities to understand how to define the risk. You can then determine the risk. And guess what? You can then reduce the risk. It's all about the education. This was something that wasn't taught to you in school. So even if you're a doctor, lawyer, physician, things of that nature, this wasn't taught in most school settings. So it'd be a great job by our team. And it would be a great privilege as well if we had the opportunity to teach you. So looking forward to perhaps that opportunity. Now, what we do is we have a goal, because if you're playing a sport, you need to have some kind of goal. You need to know what you're trying to do. So our goal is to just simply make what we call some ticks. What we want to do is make 80 ticks per day, 80 ticks per day. Now, 80 ticks per day with one contract would allow you to realize potentially $400 on that one contract. And so just 80 ticks. And we want to focus on the ticks because the ticks are a testament to the skill. Ticks are a testament to the education. Ticks are a testament to the technical analysis, because it is the education, it is the technical analysis that creates the edge. It's not luck. It's something that we can do on a daily basis by simply following a set of rules. Well, our education is something that you can bank on. Most of the times when you get an education, you have to go to the bank to pay for the education. But with what we do, you'll be able to go to the bank and get some money back. Well, today started off real busy. So today was a day where we had some what we call red folders. We had some red flags, if you will. And what we do with these red flags is we watch the market so that we won't get caught up in what we call fundamental shifts in the market. So in other words, the market can be marking down. It could just be marking down, making a nice little channel. And the market is making lower lows. It is making lower highs. And right here, of course, it's supposed to go down. Well, if someone makes an announcement like this, that market can just go crazy like that. So what we want to do is, a part of our trading plan is forecasting. And in forecasting, what we do is we recognize the fundamental aspects that could potentially come against our trade or come against our position. So what we had to do was, today we had to wait for a little while. So sometimes we get an opportunity to eat between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. There are other times we get a chance to eat between 9 o'clock, and we call this lunch. Eat between 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, of course, to 10 o'clock. All right. And then sometimes we have to wait between 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Why? Because we're waiting for the market to give us the digital footprint so that we'll know exactly what we're doing, which way the market will go, and most importantly, where is the value in the market. So you have something called true value in the market, and we help you find that. And then we have something that's called market value, right? And sometimes they are not the same. And so if you don't understand how to actually find the value in the market, then you won't be able to be successful. So along with finding the value in the market, we have to make sure that we don't allow this enemy, which is a fundamental news shift, to cause us some problems. Take a look at this, because I mean, I think you'll be able to recognize what I'm talking about. Look at what happens here. When this announcement comes up, this fundamental news announcement comes up, what we had to do was we had to watch and wait. Why? Because patience is the key. So if you can see and you can look at the action that took place at this particular time, look at this right here. This is wild. This was some wild activity that took place right along here. So look at this. So this announcement came out about 9 o'clock, and look at what the market did. You can't possibly trade that, not with any confidence, because look at this, 9 o'clock, all of that happened within seconds. You see that? 9 o'clock. So it's still 9 o'clock. So all of this happened within seconds. Look, 9 o'clock in 11 seconds, 9 o'clock in 12 seconds, 9 o'clock and still 12, 9 o'clock in 13 seconds, 9 o'clock and 14 seconds. Okay, so first of all, if you don't have a trading plan, and if your trading plan does not include understanding fundamental news impact, well, you won't be able to be consistent. But that's what we love. That's what I love about what we do. We're going to teach you everything that you need to know. Now, we had to wait. But when we had an opportunity, Forrest came out, Forrest Gump, the Gump effect. In other words, we want to enter trades where they can go a long way. So look at this. Today I had one trade. It was 3 targets. So they categorized it as 3 different trades. But the first target was 22 ticks. The second target was 27 ticks. And guess what? Forrest got run, Forrest run. So that third target went 141 ticks. Why do we talk about ticks? Well, if we talk about ticks, it keeps our focus on what? On the aspects of trading. It's not about the money. If we get the ticks, so you can do the math. If you get 41 ticks times what? $5. You can do the math. That's 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Carry the 2. I'm old school. 5 plus 2 is what? 705. So that's in one contract. So if you're trading times 10 contracts, which you can do once you continue to build up your money, in one day you would have made $7,000 before lunchtime. You see what I'm saying? Now, again, what I'm telling you is that this is not luck. What I'm telling you is that you have to learn how to do this. Remember, all we're trying to do is get 80 ticks. And if you can look back, you see that we had what? 141 ticks. So what we're saying to you is that this is something that you can do. This is something that anybody can do. And just look, here's my chart. So I like to show the chart so you'll know that this is not luck. This is not something that we're just doing. This is something that's a skill. This is something that takes practice, and it's something that you have to be taught. And so here was a place where I was able to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that that market was going up. So when we look at it right here, this is what we call the third data spot for confirmation. And then look, the screen turns green. Here, look, the screen turns green. And once the screen turns green, then we know we have what? The momentum. All I'm trying to tell you is that I would love to have an opportunity to set you on a different career path. Now, this is a phenomenon that's just amazing. So what's going on now in the industry is that people who have prop firms are now hiring traders. Now, check this out. All you have to do is learn the skill. We have several of our students who have taken advantage of this. So in other words, they would give you look, they would give you live accounts, 25,000, 50,000, 100,000. Let me make sure that you see what I'm talking about. This is just amazing. It's amazing time in our economic milieu. So look here, $25,000 here. Look, $50,000. Look, check this out. $100,000. Look, $200,000. Now, unfortunately, people sign up for these programs, and guess what happens? They fail. So they pay the money to sign up for the programs and they fail because they don't know how to actually trade. You understand what I'm sharing with you? But we can teach you what to do, and you can then go and do what so many of our students have done. And look, earn a trading account, right? And then just totally change your life. What if you made 3% of $200,000 a day? That's $6,000. I mean, what we're talking about is something that is just so exciting, and I'm so passionate about helping people and teaching them how to do what we do. Well, when we teach you, we're going to help you avoid the pitfalls. So what typically happens is this, and it's unfortunate now, what typically happens is somebody tells somebody about trading. Okay, they don't have a teacher. They don't have a coach. They don't have a mentor. They look at a couple of videos on YouTube and try to get something for free. There is no such thing as something for free. There is no such thing as something for free. So if you're going to actually learn something, you're going to have to sow and then reap. That's just the principle. So what they do is, because this is the background that they have, they start, they look up and win a trade, get excited, and lose and lose and lose and lose. Then they start being afraid. Then they start drifting, not really looking at trade too seriously. Then most people then turn around and quit. That's why they say only 1% of people are successful to be able to get up here, and the other 99% of people here. Why? Because this is the path that they took. Not learning, not being coached, not being taught. They take that role. But what we want you to do is, listen, we want you to say, hey, listen, when you start, you're not, I mean, it's going to be 3 months before you make some money trading. 3 months. You can't get into an octagon with an MMA fighter after doing 10 jumping jacks and 3 push-ups. No, you can't get into an NFL football game after going to a weekend clinic. No. Okay, so you're going to have to learn what to do. We will love to teach you. We have coaches that teach you. We have classes every single day, right? You can get feedback every day. You can get even one-on-one coaching with your instructor. So we have a program and a process: freshman, then you go sophomore, then you go junior, then you go senior, and before that you go orientation, right? Does this make sense to you? So instead of losing money during this time, during these 3 months, you're learning, so you stay here. So you join, and then you stay here. You stay even keel, and you go through your classes, and then guess what? When it's time for you to go, now you can really go. I hope that makes it. I hope I'm making sense. Well, I don't want to talk to you, but I do want to not talk to you forever, but I do want you to know we'll teach you. See, you have to learn. You have to learn how not to miss good interest. You have to learn how not to enter late. You have to learn how not to just exit the market because you're afraid for no reason. You have to learn not to move in and move your stop and lock in profit too early. You have to learn not to be greedy, not to exit late, give up your profit. You have to learn not to trade against the direction. You have to learn not to trade against certain areas, right? Long into resistance and short into support. You have to learn how not to trade against area and direction, right? And so we evaluate you, we teach you, and we show you, right? You can improve it, then there's results, then there's feedback, and we even have an assessment in every class. We teach you the criteria, we show you how to analyze, and we help you perform. We give you the right approach. This is something that I'm so excited about, having an opportunity to help you move to a next level. Hey, listen, Again, I'm Cornelius Wilson Brown III. If you want to know more information, go to moneymarketedge.com. And when you go to moneymarketedge.com, guess what'll happen? You text the word profits to 94253 for more information. Hey, listen, I can't wait to see you on the other side. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.